Hey, mindful performers, Cecil Buckhannon here. Today's topic, we are talking about presence. There are so many times when our bodies are present, whether it's in a meeting or in a conversation or at an event, a sporting event, a concert, one of our kids' band concerts, wherever we're at. And our mind is not present. So clearly our body is sitting there, but our mind is completely somewhere else. And we're either not paying attention to what is being said, we are missing our child's performance because we're worried about work or a relationship. So I wanted to talk today about a few ways to become more present with your mind when you are in those conversations or in those meetings. And I'm sure you've all had this happen where you're sitting there and you are you're providing a ton of detail to a coworker, and you've gone through all the background detail and all the progress to date, and you say, okay, so here's the next steps. Like, we got to do 1, 2, and 3, and you're like, oh yeah, okay. And they're like, could you send that to me in an email? Like, could you summarize that? And you realize that they were, well, if they were face to face to you, they were not paying attention to you at all. Or if they were over the phone, they were sitting there doing email or writing up a report or something besides being present with you in that conversation. I know that I am guilty of this, and I'm making a conscious effort to change this. So a lot of times we'll have Skype calls online. So it's an online call, you dial in. I think everybody's done this at this point. I don't have to explain Skype. And a lot of times your Outlook is open, your email is open, and it's so tempting to just switch from the Skype call, because all it is a screen with people's faces. It's usually not video for us, for me. And just catch up on Outlook, catch up on emails real quick. Just get through them, catch them up, And the next thing you know, somebody's asking you a question, and you were so wrapped up in the email that you have no idea what question they just asked you. And so you say, oh, sorry, I was on mute. Could you repeat that? That doesn't even make sense, right? But we say things to delay, saying that, oh my gosh, I was not paying attention to you at all. I hope that some of you can relate to this. And I saw a little meme or a poster yesterday as I was putting together a presentation that had, the past, the future, and then the person in the middle standing there as present. And then it said, body present, where is your mind? And that's what got me thinking of this. And of course, Dr. Joe Dispenza talks a lot about being in the present and the present future versus the present past. So instead of worrying about the past, you plan or create the future by being in the present moment and generating a good feeling. So let's get into some of those things that allow us to become more present. Well, number one is, if you are in a meeting, the best way to stay present is to make sure that you don't open up any other screen on your computer. So if you're on a Skype call or an online call and the Skype is there but nothing is being shared, what I have started doing is I actually open up that Skype and I keep it as if I have to work in that window or in that program to participate in the call. Or I pretend that if I move away from the window, that it shows people that I'm not present at the meeting. Actually, there's programs that do that, that'll show that you're not on that window. But I do it personally because I know how easy it is to get distracted with a number of other things. So number one is to make sure that you minimize any other distractions. Just stay there with the program. If you're with a person, then what you want to do is make sure that you are breathing into your belly. We practice this in our meditations all the time, but just staying focused, staying attentive to their words and to their message, and pay attention to their body language, to their facial expressions, making sure that you're breathing all the time, Try active listening, where you repeat some of what they're saying to you back to them in a way that shows that you understand, not just regurgitating the exact words, but actually saying back to them something that shows them that you're getting what they're saying. And not only does it show them that you're truly listening, but it also shows them that that you're understanding, and it reinforces it in your own mind. So that's the first thing, is really minimize distractions and staying focused on the words being said. And you can do the active listening even online. So maybe that's 1 and 2. I'll stop counting because I'll lose count. The other way to stay present is to make sure that, I totally spaced what I was going to say here. I'm not very present, I guess. So number one, let's start over. So number one is minimizing the distractions. 2, making sure that you're practicing active listening. And there was the third one, and now I cannot remember what that one was. Well, that's okay. So I will say that the biggest part of this is to make sure that you're minimizing the distractions. And here's the third one. I remember now. Remind yourself what it's like when you are having an emotional conversation, or you've had an experience that's upset you or that's super important to you, and you run into a coworker or somebody that you have, a friend or a relationship, and you're talking, and they're either like half on their phone, or they like get that glazed look in their eye, or even on the phone, you can just tell, like, they kind of say something like, where it's like, and they're just reading email. So that's the third thing. When you are tempted to stray away from the conversation and to be present with the person in front of you or with the team in front of you, remember what it feels like when that happens to you, because it happens to all of us. So what I'm trying to do, what I'm committed to, is to make sure that I minimize the number of distractions, that I practice active listening, and I practice the golden rule, that I remember what it's like when this happens to me, and I turn it around and make sure that I am not doing that to somebody else. That was the topic for today. So we will get into a guided meditation. This meditation is very similar to the one that I teach where I work. So a corporate environment. It actually teaches several techniques that you can use anytime to either get centered, to get present, or to do a quick meditation or a long meditation. And if you've done any of my other meditations, some of this is familiar to you. I break up different techniques in different ways. But today we're going to put them together just like I do in one of the first classes that I do at Insight, where I work. So we will start with 3 deep breaths into the belly. Remember that you can do this to relax your body. So if you're upset and you remember to breathe deep into the belly, pushing the navel out, you're actually stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system, which relaxes the body whether you want to or not. It's like breathing or digestion. These aren't things that you can actively stop or start. Well, you can try stopping your breath, but only for a little bit of time. But digestion, hair growing, things like that. And for you neuroscientists out there, I might be mixing this up a little bit, but I do know that when you do this breath, the body relaxes. It's not a conscious choice. The body will relax if you continue to do a deep breath into your belly. So a great time to take a breath before a meeting, during a meeting, while you're listening, if somebody's getting upset with you, if you're getting upset with somebody else. This deep belly breath is very effective. The next part is 4-part breath, where you take 4 seconds to breathe in, you hold your breath for 4 seconds, you take 4 seconds to breathe out, and you hold it out for 4 seconds. This can be a meditation. You can actually sit on the edge of your bed, before you go to sleep, and do this breath. You can do it in the morning. You can do it in the car before you get out to go into work or into the store. Just do a few cycles. You can do more than 4. I would do them in multiples of 4. just because that's usually how these are taught. So normally we repeat this 4 times, but if you want to, you can do it 8 or 16 or 12, whatever. So that's another technique that you can use. And then the next technique is body scan. So you'll see a lot of different teachers teach this in a lot of different ways. Today we're just going to focus on different areas of the body. We're going to focus on our ears. We're focus on the area around our ears. We're going to focus on our eyebrows. We're going to relax those eyebrows. We're just going to move around the body and body scan. This is actually shown to be one of the most effective ways to get your brain out of beta, which is our waking state, into alpha and theta, which is where the meditation magic happens and all the healing occurs and all the benefits occur from meditation. So that's why a lot of teachers will use this body scan technique. And then finally, we will linger in our breath. So breath awareness is a very common technique with meditation, and Thich Nhat Hanh actually teaches in his book How to Sit, just a simple breathing technique or breathing mantra. And you say to yourself, as I breathe in, I become aware that I'm breathing in. And you inhale. As I breathe out, I become aware that I'm breathing out. And then on the next in-breath, you just say in, out, in, out. And if at any time your mind wanders during the meditation, you just bring it back to whatever focus we're working on at that time. So whether that's the 4-count breath, whether that's deep belly breath, whether that's focusing on your pinky, whatever it is, that's where you bring it back when you realize that you're having a thought. And that's what meditation is about, is really becoming aware that you're in a thought that you weren't meaning to think. We will get started. I'll put on some music and we'll go ahead and start the meditation. Sit up as straight as is comfortable. If you are in a bed, that is fine. Just make sure you're not crossing your arms or your legs. Spine nice and straight. You can close your eyes if you're in a comfortable spot to do so. If not, make sure that your gaze is nice and soft and about 45 degrees below the horizon, so that you can keep your eyes open if you want. So just before we start the breathing, just feel into your body, feeling its weight on the seat beneath you or the bed. On the next breath in, take a nice deep breath into the belly, pushing out the navel, and as you exhale, just relax. Deep breath into the belly, and as you exhale, just relax. Deep breath into the belly, pushing out the navel, and as you exhale, just relax. Next breath in, nice and slow. In, 2, 3, 4, hold it in. 2, 3, 4, let it out slowly. Relax. 2, 3, 4, hold it out. 2, 3, 4, deep breath in. 2, 3, 4, hold it in. 2, 3, 4, let it out slowly. Relax. 2, 3, 4, hold it out. 2, 3, 4, deep breath in. 2, 3, 4, hold it in. 2, 3, 4, let it out slowly. Relax. 2, 3, 4, hold it out. 2, 3, 4, deep breath in. 2, 3, 4, hold it in. 2, 3, 4, let it out slowly. Relax. 3, 4. Hold it out. 2, 3, 4. Allow your breathing to return to a nice, easy pace. And bring your awareness to your ears, allowing your focus to relax every crease of your ears. Expand your focus to the area surrounding your ears. Moving your attention to your forehead, allowing your focus to relax your forehead and eyebrows. Expanding your awareness to the area in front of your forehead. Moving your attention to the space between your ears. Becoming aware of the energy of your attention between your ears, within your head. Shifting your awareness to your neck, and the area surrounding your neck. Allowing your attention to relax your throat, the back of your neck, all those muscles, empowering your speech. Shifting your attention to your chest, shoulders, and upper back, feeling the weight of your shoulders, and allowing your attention to ease any stress from this area of your body. expanding your awareness to the area surrounding your shoulders, chest, and upper back. Allowing your awareness to move into your belly, into your abdomen, feeling your attention melt away any tension that you may be holding in this area of your body. Such a common area to hold stress. So just allow your focus to relax your organs, your muscles, your lower back. Moving your awareness now to your hips, feeling them relax within your focus, expanding your awareness to the area surrounding your hips, outside of your body. And now shifting your attention to your breath, we will linger in our breath, practicing. As I breathe in, I become aware that I'm breathing in. As I breathe out, I become aware that I'm breathing out. In, out. Practicing on your own without guidance for a few minutes. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the in or the out breath. again. If your mind is wandering, just go back to the in-breath or the out-breath. Practicing that focus, practicing that awareness. Becoming aware of your belly rising and falling. And on your next breath in, take a nice deep cleansing breath. And as you exhale, bring your awareness back to your room, to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, rolling your wrists and your ankles. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes. Thank you for being here. Thanks for listening and watching. If this topic was useful to you, please make sure that you like and share. And if you'd like notifications of when I go live or when I post new videos on my YouTube channel, please be sure to subscribe and then click the little bell or notification icon there, and you'll be notified as soon as I go live right on your phone, as long as you have YouTube installed. Hope you have a great weekend, and don't forget to eat your cantaloupe.